So what's in store for 2023? Stay tuned and all will be revealed. Good evening everyone and welcome back to Piccadilly. I would like to take the opportunity to wish you a very happy new year and hope that 2023 is not only going to be a very happy year for you, but a very successful year too. Now, this video is all about the review of what I did last year, but the plans for this year. So let's take a look back at what I said I would hope to achieve. Now, you'll probably notice I put the footbridge in. It's looking incredibly clean and it is roofless. And you'll also notice it's still waiting these little window bars that going into the corners. They'll need to be put in. I'm hoping to do that in the next week or two. We'll see. After that, I've obviously got to put the steps onto the lift towers, these things. And the steps will go on where there's a door, things like that. I've also got to decorate platform 10 and 11. If you remember a few weeks ago, I showed you the ramps that were in progress. Well, I haven't actually done anything with those, so there's that to do. Then we're talking about the platform canopies. There's 3 of those, which are going to come across those 3 platforms just there. Okay, so they're all got to be built. And then we are talking about the shopping centre. I'll just flip you out down there. So all that's got to be made to look as if there's a whole load of shops. It's starting to look a little bit more like it at the far end, but we're nowhere close yet. So there's that to be done. And then obviously when all that's done, we need people, a whole load of these gantries. Now, I think that's doable in this year. To be fair, I think it is doable. If I don't achieve that, I'll be quite surprised. But that's that bit. And also, you'll notice the bridge section, or the tunnel section from over there is missing. That's because the Pendolinos are catching it at the moment, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. And it would be nice to get that section done. And also this section done. Get it all scenicked up. And if there is time and if it is appropriate, and I say that slowly, maybe to put in the bridge that's going to come over here, past all this stuff here, which won't be there at that moment, down there, and then come across over the top. So we'll have to cut a bit out and then join up with New Mills, which will be straightened. And then this track will be more like that. So this bit here will be removed. So, did I achieve the plans? Well, certainly Piccadilly Station, that is completely finished now. So you can see that that was all weathered up. If I peer you in through there, hopefully you may be able to pick out the ramp, which went into there, all on platform 10. Got all of this section completed in here. So you got all the restaurants, and the shops are underneath. You may just be able to pick those out. That information screen inside there, and also a little back scene at the bottom there to give the impression that the whole of that section just goes on quite a bit further than the space I've got. These buildings were replaced and the car park was extended, and we've got this section underneath, which was not part of the plans, I have to be honest, but I thought I'd throw those in towards the end, and also the tramway just there. So that was completed quite early. I think it was around about September, October time. Somebody may remember a little bit more than that. But I did mention this area here, and that's going to be part of this year's plans. And I also mentioned this area around here. Now, if you remember, there was a big back scene running around there, and I'm still deciding what to do with that, to be honest with you. But obviously that's one of the things I didn't achieve. But one of the big things I did achieve was obviously this upper level now. So the tracks do join up, as you've seen over the previous weeks. We've got all this around here and back into that over there, and then back in there. A New Mill Station, of course. Excuse my shadow, but that is very recently finished. In fact, I only did that last week. So that has taken quite a bit of effort and a fair few number of days to achieve that. But I'm really, really pleased with this very long run-in now. I know it's not quite exact, and it does have a double track coming in, but the whole layout has to be a compromise because it's sections. This is one part and that is another part. So what do I hope to achieve this year then? Well, I mentioned this area here. Now, what I would like to do is to restore that bit down there. But I had the idea of actually building the mill that's there. Now, you might be thinking, well, John, there's no train tracks running around there like that. No, because I'm going to block them in. With very easy to remove sections, the whole lot will just lift out. That's what I'm planning. And then that section will be a representation of New Mills Central or New Mills Town a little bit. I may even restore that little viaduct. I don't know yet. It's all up in the air. This is just a general thought. But I would like to have a representation of the Tor Vale coming around here, the Millennium Walk, if you like, whatever it was called, and a representation of the mill that was there. It was always meant to be a mill, and for those of you who remember, I did build this, but in comparison it's quite pitiful, and it really didn't really do anything for me, to be honest. But that's that bit. Now, this section here, it would be removed from this, but I would tie it in as if it's part of the same. But the section I'm thinking of, running into this part going up this way, there is a viaduct running along here. Would it look really strange if I build half the viaduct and have the other half with this still here? Because I don't want to remove that tunnel. I could build it as a retaining wall, and it could just come around here, because like I said, I'm going to block the tracks in so that they are hidden. Easy access, but hidden. So tell me what you think. Would a viaduct look okay along here? I don't know. What do you reckon? Now, if we spin you round, this is what I'm proposing. Now, you might think, somebody suggested this maybe a couple of years ago, of having the reversing loop. And it was from that idea, and please forgive me, I can't remember who suggested it. But they're to put another station here, one there, and one there. Now, this section and those two stations work beautifully together. New Mills isn't quite fitting, but I'm not going to change it. This station, if you haven't already worked it out by now, is Dinting, because it's a Y-shaped station, or a V-shape, and you go one way to Glossop and the other way to Hadfield. So those are the three stations that are going to appear. Now, I am fully aware that New Mills Central would come off much further down the line and go like that, but the logistics of the layout don't allow me to do that. So a train, when it goes to New Mills, will literally just go straight through Dinting. It won't stop, and go all the way around and then back into New Mills Central. Obviously, if a train's going to Hadfield, it will stop here. If it's going to Glossop, it will stop here. Whether that's the right way round, I don't know. And to be honest with you, that's the way I'm going to do it. I quite like that one as Hadfield and that one as Glossop, because I think Glossop has got a lot more buildings behind it, which I can model, whereas that one seems to be more encased in trees, if I'm not too mistaken. I need to check the photographs. So if you've got any photographs of those three areas or those three stations, it would be appreciated. But it's the fine details I need, not just a view up the platform, but more where what the doors look like, what the windows look like, and from the ends and from above and below, and to get where I'm coming from. Google Maps is going to be a great source, and I can do a lot of it from that. And I do have a few pictures already, but you know, I can only do one thing at a time. So Dinting will probably be first, and then one of those two will follow after that. So that's basically where we're going. Now, I have got, I'm going to be very busy in school this year. And so how much I'm actually going to achieve, I actually don't know. I'll do as much as I can and when I can, as always been the case. But we'll see what happens, eh? And so we'll probably do this type of video again next year and we'll think, oh, how much I have not achieved, but never mind. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed hearing about what the review of last year was and what the plans are for this coming year. And as I said at the beginning, I hope you have a lovely 2023. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.